top.
All right, everybody. I'm Johnny Scoville, and I have two great friends here. And this is the premium video chat. We got the Arabian Bard. How are you, Arwa?
Hi.
You look so lovely today.
Thank you.
And then we have, if you just, that madman got Tracy with the greatest. Listen, man, I love that thing. When you rock your head a little bit, it's got this beautiful little shimmy. It's incredible.
It's a beautiful shape.
It's got personality like I do.
I love it. All right, so I have so many questions to ask you. It's really funny, you guys. You know why I'm so excited about this? You guys know so much about me, and you've seen me, and I know Tracy pretty well, and I've watched your videos, but we've never actually chatted like this. So
I know.
I have so many questions to ask you, both of you.
Okay.
I got some spicy stuff. We don't have to eat anything hot, but I've got a few things that I'm going to eat while we're doing this.
Okay.
But I want to find out from you, Arwa, when did you get into spicy stuff? How long ago when did that happen?
I think when I was a kid, we used to have an Indian cook, and sometimes he would make, I think this is actually an Indian meal, scrambled eggs with tomatoes, onions, and green chilies. And
really?
I'd have it with bread, and sometimes I'd find it too hot and I'd have to not heat, but it's so addictive. And then it grew into cutting up chilies and putting them in a cheese toastie and melting the cheese in the microwave.
Did you say a cheese saucy?
A cheese toastie.
Oh, toasty. Oh, toasty. Oh, yeah, very cool.
You toast the bread, put the cheese in it, put whatever you want in it, and just melt the cheese. Yeah.
My favorite thing, listen, toast and cheese and Marmite is a lovely combination.
I haven't tried that combo.
You're kidding me. How did you never try cheese Marmite?
Oh, cheese and Marmite. No, I have. Wait, but in a slightly different way.
Okay.
But not a toast, just a sandwich with cheese, Marmite, and salad stuff in it.
Very neat. I tell you what, when I was in the UK, I've been there a couple of times. I absolutely loved the food over there. It was really neat. Everybody complains that there's no spice, that there's no flavor. I thought it was wonderful.
Yeah.
I've always really, really enjoyed being over there. Hey, real quick, we have a few people watching. I want to say hi to everybody who's visiting us here. We got Dilrod. Got it. Mr. Fowler, Kristen Melinda, Lisa Trimble is here. Mike Chili, Eskimo Stoltz, Robin Bliss. This is very, very cool. So if anybody watching has any questions you guys want to ask, please feel free. And Tad and Kit is here. And you can throw some cues in there.
Tad and Kit.
Yeah, they are.
I love them.
Aren't they wonderful? You know what, Arwa? You would love them. You know what they do is they're just the neatest people in the entire world. Well, Kit is. Tad's trouble. I'm just 100%. Being honest because we're among friends.
He's
now.
Cheeky. He's very cheeky.
He's wicked cheeky. And here's the thing: he acts like he's always making. He's like Tommy. I think he and Tommy get together and talk about it. Windmill Willie, good to see you. I think they always make a look out to get him. He's a bigger chili head than he wants everybody to believe. Ellie J is here. Thank God for technology. I'm watching you from the ER. No way.
Are you okay?
Prayers for Ellie J. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Elliot.
Yeah, right. Oh, suck it, Johnny. See that? Suck it, Johnny. That's what I get from my Tad, my buddy Tad.
Johnny, Tad, behave yourself.
So listen, have you gotten more into spice as of late, Arwa? Because like in the live streams, you're munching bird's eyes like all the time.
Yes. I'll try to do it every day, but sometimes the chilies in the UK or the peppers aren't that great.
You know what though? Is it Tesco? What is the name of your is it Tesco?
Well, there's quite a few of them near me. There's Sainsbury's and there's Tesco. There's the Co-op.
Yeah, Tesco sometimes has peppers. I remember seeing peppers in Tesco.
I'll have to go and find another Tesco to go into.
Hey, get down from there, kitty. The only downside of the UK is the weather. Now, I
agree.
The last time I was there, we were there for 2 weeks, and I think I saw the sun one time. For real, I'm being serious.
I believe you.
Now, Tracy.
Yep.
Let's talk about this, man. I know you're a serious chili head. When did you start? When did you first get? Were you a kid, or did it happen later in life, or
Nope.
what?
I hate spicy food. No, I don't hate spicy food. I'm not big on heat. I'm like Sheen in that regard. What got me started was I was watching, I don't know how it came up, but one of your earlier videos showed up in my YouTube, and it was, I saw the part that I saw, you were sitting with Johnny Jr. and you were telling him that it wouldn't kill him.
Oh, I remember that tincture.
And I said, well, let's find out. So I went to the store and I bought some Maria Sharps or whatever it is, you know. I got the ghost pepper sauce and I tried that, and I did spoonfuls. And then I went and got the same brand, but the scorpion pepper, because I thought that was the next level up. I didn't know any better. So I did that. And then after that, I went to He Who Must Not Be Named's store and got some chocolate plague. And I started doing big spoons of chocolate plague, and that gave me a monster endorphin dump for the first time. And then I went and joined the Nukes Northeast United Kingdom Chili Heads Facebook group and started doing challenges. And
that's a pretty fast acceleration, though. You climbed it pretty hard, pretty fast.
Well, I like a challenge, and if there's not one, I'll create one for myself. And sometimes that's helpful, and sometimes it's self-destructive, you know.
See, I've done a lot of that. You know, you do it long enough, you pretty much do every challenge out there. There's a lot of them, but if you're a chili for a while, at some point you start creating your own. You know, does Michelle think you're crazy?
Yes.
he hugged his head. He went, yes.
She says, I'm so extra, or I'm so stupid, like stupid.
Right? Does she like spicy stuff or not?
Yeah, we use it. You know, I got chili powder right here. We put it in everything. You know, occasionally I put hot sauce on the ice cream. You know, put it on our. The Hare's brand makes a Carolina Reaper cheese curl, and like Cheeto.
Oh,
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
And I always put some
so good.
A little shameless plug. I use Old Agnes store powders because they're great, and they're quality. You know, so we always put this on the Cheetos, and you know.
Have you watched Michelle's interest in heat kind of climb as you guys have gone along? Or is she pretty much staying where she's at? Yeah, she's pretty much staying where she's at. And, you know, I'm right there with her. She likes her food a little spicier than I do, but she's not ever going to do, for example, the UK chili queen chug. That's a rough chug though, bro. That one of all the chugs, that one probably gave me the worst cramps.
And what's crazy about that chug, I mean, this little bottle wrecks me for 7 hours afterwards. Just wrecks me. And
then you see like Jeff, didn't he do like 25 of those? Can I tell you something? If you put a gun to my head and said drink 25 of those, I'd be done. I'd pull the trigger for you. I can't. When I saw that, I was just like, I can't get over that. And
Mike Jack did 30, I think, or something like that.
It's absurd.
It's insane.
Listen, this stuff that Tom Brew made is 10 million. There's a guy. Listen,
evil.
Dude, there's a dude who did I have a video of it. He did an entire dropper, the whole tube. Then he did a Robbie dropper of this. A whole Robbie dropper. I'll tell you something. One drop hurts me. Thank God I started 8 years ago because I don't have it in me to run with the guys that are doing it now. I'm serious. These youngsters are crazy.
Yeah, I can't compete.
It's so crazy.
I just do it now because it's entertaining. And like you said, it's a challenge. It's mind over matter. You know, the capsaicin oil is not actually doing anything to you. It's not hurting you at all. It's all up here.
What is the hottest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh my God. I don't know. The hottest challenge that I've done is hands down, no doubt about it, never gonna question it, is the Nemesis bar.
That's
That
rough.
thing, man, I got through half of it and I couldn't open my eyes. And when I did, it was like a flaming inferno.
That's a
And
rough. What is there? 35 reapers in each
yeah,
bar?
35
Something-
or 36 reapers in it. Yeah, it's wicked hot.
When I did that challenge, I was at a hotel and I had a blood pressure cuff, and I attached it. And
I remember that.
I checked my blood pressure because I had people saying you're faking it. I'm like, you can't fake a physiological reaction. So let me show you how I'm faking it. And man, I don't remember. I think my heart rate got to like a couple hundred at one point.
Oh, that's intense.
Oh,
Well,
it's
so
crazy.
I can fit in. I'm gonna do a little teeny bit of this, but this stuff's hot, man. It's 2
Yeah, it
million
really
Scoville or
is.
whatever.
It really is. Now, so I've already eaten a drop of tincture, Arwa. I'm not saying you
Yeah.
have to, but I'm just saying Tracy's eating something hot. Are you
I'm
gonna
ready.
have you
Let's do
prepped?
it.
Have you prepped?
Yes, I'm ready to go.
Y'all may have to carry the conversation because I'll be gasping for air or something. I
That's
don't
all
know.
right. I'm gonna have
This
a little
crap
drop
is so
of-
hot though.
So we're doing our own little one hot minute. You gotta let me know how hot it gets. So LEJ, real quick, just to touch base with LEJ. She's okay. Got a bit of a GI bleed. Wowzer on munching chilies every day. Ellie, we're concerned for you, and you're in our prayers, girl. Kate Jordan, good to see you. Dylan's here. My mouth is burning right now. Oh, look at this. His far more attractive and better half. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Michelle is awesome.
Michelle? What Michelle? My Michelle?
Your Michelle, not my Michelle. It's your Michelle.
Where's she at?
Her name, her comments on the page. If you look on the screen, you'll see her comment. I plugged
Yeah,
it.
I'm looking. Oh, I'm looking.
Pam's here. Ellie. Oh my goodness. Ellie gifted 5 Chase Heat memberships.
That's so kind.
That is so sweet of you. Thank you for doing that. Tracy's looking like, is that really Michelle? It's like he's not thinking it's her.
It's her.
It's her.
God bless
Toby
America.
Reveley's in the house.
I can't take it.
Sanitarium Radio. Good to see you, Darcy. Winchester Super X is here. My mouth is on fire. How hot
I'm
did your
burning.
mouth
I'm
get,
so
Arlen?
hot. I'm a 6.
A 6. Now, is it still climbing, sort of, or is it kind of mellowing out there?
It's just staying around the 6.
There you go. And
Yeah.
Tracy's so hot, it blew his afro off. Did I just see a hiccup, bro?
Yeah.
I wish I got them. I only got them once, and they were so much fun. It's hilarious watching people get hiccups.
I'm getting a head buzz.
How many drops you do?
I don't know. Half a dropper.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm
Tracy.
heating up. Ooh, it's hot in here.
I'm probably at a. You know what I should do? I'm going to do a drop of this 10 million just because I feel like a coward not doing it. It's sitting on the table looking at me. Yadira's here. Thank you for being here, Yadira.
Hi, dear.
Wanna Love is here. Thank you. Balaki is here. Got some great
Hey,
people. in the
Balaki.
chat. Pam says, hello, Silver Surfer.
Hello. Pam.
Ellie says, forgive me. I'm just going to listen. Can you recommend any capsaicin balm for topical application for back pain? My stomach just won't handle any spice when eating. Can't even have bell peppers. Not a problem, Ellie. Here's the good news. Virtually any rub that has capsaicin in it, you're going to be fine. It's typically the exact, look at Tracy's lit up. The capsaicin is going to be the same virtually in all of the tubes. There's a certain level they always put in. So really which one you get, not that important as long as it's got capsaicin in there. I'm so sorry you're going through it, Ellie. We're praying for you. Hang in there, you know.
I'm sorry, Ellie.
Hang in there. You got a bunch of people who care, though. My mail guy just left. One of these days, I'm going to corral him. Do you guys know the first 2 of my mailmen I've burned over the years? I've actually caught them at the box and said, eat something hot with me. I had one. Oh, no, Tracy is lit up. All right, so Tracy, you and R would take the lead. I'm going to do a drop of this 10 million stuff. We're going to,
So
you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Talk. I'm trying to still process, man. My mouth is on fire.
me too.
This tincture is really cool because what it does is it doesn't hit right away. You get the alcohol vapor right off the bat, but it is a slow builder. But boy, does it build. Wow.
Yeah. It's also one, honestly, it really is probably one of the greatest and the easiest way to drive up your tolerance. It's no, it only takes a drop or two. If you do a couple drops a day, at the end of a week, your tolerance has gone up so much. You know what I mean? Here's the funny thing about tolerances. They build pretty quick. They really do. But
it's coming back down now, but
good. Start talking. My throat is on fire.
It starts, yeah.
Oh, God.
Wow.
So you were at a 6 hour. Where are you at now?
7.
Is it still going up?
No, well, it's my stomach is going up.
Oh, no. Are you cramping?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, no. I was worried about you prepping. What did you prep with?
I had a bagel.
Bagel's a good thing to prep with.
Yeah.
Good thing.
But there's some things that are so hot. Actually, the truth is, any hot thing, depending on what you, but if you have something too hot, it can override whatever you've eaten. You know what I mean? There's certain things like this doesn't really care what you prepped with.
Yeah.
It's just
I got to blow my nose. I'll be right back.
No problem. So tell me, I'm curious, what do you, if you're okay, what do you do? What do you are you okay talking about work? I'm kind of curious.
Yeah. I work at an optician's.
At the what?
I work at an optician's. At an optician as an optical consultant.
Really? It's kind of cool. Do you like it?
I like the people that I work with. Some aspects of the job I do enjoy.
Uh-oh. There's something about it, though. All work is work. You know what I mean? There's aspects of what I do that is work. Kim is here, so is Robin Bliss. My face is on fire. Totally is. I think all of our faces are on fire.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
how long
coming down pretty good now. It's just that lingering mouth burn,
Well, I'm still climbing on my end, but so have you done that for a long time, Arwa?
Yeah, about 11 years.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Bizzle.
You what? You're at a 2?
No, I said, hey, Bizzle. Gave him the peace
Oh,
sign.
Bizzle's in the house? Bizzle.
Yeah.
Hey, Bizzle. Love you.
Lacey's here. See that? I see. Having fun without me, he says. We wouldn't do that to you, Bizzle. We're glad you're here. I have an uncle, Arwa, who lives in Florida, and he's an eye surgeon. And he's been doing it forever.
That's amazing.
Eyes are pretty interesting stuff. My mother had cataract surgery, all right? And I don't know if I should say this. He did it. I know you're not supposed to operate on family members, but he did her surgery, and it was fine. But they're awake. They're awake when that happens.
Yeah, they are awake.
And that is, to me, that is so scary. I'll tell you a really funny story. My uncle, who's the surgeon, is a believer. And before he does a surgery, he prays with his patient.
I love that.
And I know, right? So one day, he was told me the story. One day he was doing a surgery on a guy. And he said, if you don't mind, I'm going to pray with you before. And he was kind of grumpy. He didn't like that. So he prayed. And then he put on some like gospel music while he does a surgery. Yeah. And he says, I don't like that music. Can you put something else on? And he goes, I could, but this steadies my hands. He's like, okay, you can leave that on. But that's what he does. And he's a fascinating guy. The eyes are scary to me, man. They give me the creeps.
Eyes are weird.
Aren't they? I'm just very frightened by them, You only get 2.
It's so weird.
I've had friends throughout my life, like the left eye Pat only has one eye. And he seems to be fine. It doesn't seem to affect him or anything. You know what I mean? I'm sure it was a challenge, though.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
You think about it. You only get 2 to carry through your whole life. You know what I mean? If there's a lot of things, if you injure, you can get, they can do things for you. But eyes that's it.
Yeah, there are certain things that there's a lot of things that can't be reversed when it comes to eyes.
Yep. Well, I'm just the whole thing. Doing surgery, I don't know how they do it. My daughter is going to be a surgeon, and she wants to be an orthopedic surgeon. And I can see cutting a knee open. I can see that. cutting a shoulder open or an elbow.
Yeah.
But the second you move up and you're moving towards their face, I'm done. I'm done. So let me ask you, what if you're okay talking about it, what do you do,
Yeah.
Tracy?
I'm sorry.
What do you do?
So I am a Class A CDL. So in England, that would be a lorry. I teach people how to drive those.
Oh, so you instruct them. How cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
I teach
53
them
what
what they need to know to get their license. Yeah.
48 or 53 or how big?
53. Yeah.
Big truck, man. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever told you this. Years ago, a million years ago, because I am a million years old, I ran a truck company in Denton, Texas. It was called NTT, North Texas Transport.
Hmm.
And we started with one truck. It was really funny. The way I got hired, it was the strangest thing. I was working at a car dealership. I hated it. I did not like it at all. I was doing it because my wife was about to have a baby, and it was our first son. And I lost the job. It was one of the only jobs I got fired from. I lost it. So I took this job as a car salesman, and I loathed it. I couldn't stand it. And there was a guy there named Robert, and he was one of the salespeople, and he was just awful. Something just didn't seem right. He was a terrible salesperson. He just didn't care about selling cars. I was wondering why he was there. I was like, how do you pay your bills? You don't seem to sell anything. About the third month into it, he comes up to me one day and he goes, all right, look, dude, I want to hire you. I'm like, I'm already hired. What are you talking about? He goes, no, man, I'm not here to sell cars. I'm like, that's clear. I've been here for 3 months and you haven't sold what? I can't believe they haven't fired you yet. He says, I'm here to hire somebody. I'm starting a truck company and I need to hire. I'm looking for my key employee. And that's literally why I came here, car salesman or sharp. I'm like, well, I've never sold cars before, man. And so he talked to me about it. That's how he hired me. So I went home and told my wife, I said, I quit my job today. She was like panicked. I'm like, relax. I got a new job. I'm getting paid twice as much. She was happy. But it was an addictive job, but it was scary. Like the drivers frightened me, man. I had some, there's interesting crew. We started with one truck. We ended up with 48, but some of the drivers were spooky.
I'm not surprised.
Don't you love that Tracy UK'd it for you and said it's a lorry over in the UK?
I know. I love that.
And what? You guys are interesting. The trunk is a boot, right?
It's a boot, yeah.
But the front is a bonnet.
That's right.
You guys are like the Australians. You have a word for everything.
Yes.
Everything has the Australians are like that. Like I being over there, I was like, you put in the boot. What are you talking about?
I think they also call the windshield the windscreen.
Windscreen wiper, windscreen, yeah.
That's cool. I think they should call it the real feel. That's what they should call it because it works for cold or hot. If it's cold, if the wind blows, the real feel is what it really is. But they call it like the wind chill. You know what I mean? So let's see here. We have Kate says, I'm getting a phone call that I will not answer.
Well, Kate says, I love you all, and I'm going to eat one and only one hot ball. If I don't talk to you after, I'll talk to you in the hereafter.
Kate, I love you.
Kate, you're awesome. Here's the cool thing, Kate. We'll be praying for you. They're hot, but they aren't that hot. I know I say that all the time. They're hot, but you're going to be okay.
I was looking through my challenges on the shelf, and I have an assortment sitting here because I didn't know where this was going to go, and I found your Tube of Terror autographed. I got a long time ago, and all the nuts are just like packed together. They're not coming apart. So if I ever did that challenge, I'd have to do all of them at one time. I'm not going to open it, but.
Listen, I found on the couch right there, I found a box of a dozen Tubes of Terror that are like a year old. They are wicked expired. So I really can't sell them because nobody would want to eat them, because they're bad. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign them and just do a giveaway. I think that's probably what I'll do. So listen, Lisa had cataract surgery 2 years ago, and she says it's freaky. It really is. The whole eyes give me the creeps. Bizzle says, Lisa, does your eyes ever hurt? His mom and dad had cataract surgery, and they saved both their eyes hurt. No way. That's a bummer. The only Bizzle, you know what I've heard from side effects that sometimes you get what's called a halo, like at night when you see a light, you'll get a halo effect.
Yeah.
But that's the only side effect that I've heard. My dad had it and he was fine. I feel bad that your parents went through that. That's terrible. You don't think about your eyes hurting.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see very well, but they don't hurt. That's a bummer. Mike Chili Eskimo Stolt says, "What's up, y'all? Good to see you."
So, are we wig back on or wig off? I mean, I have a forehead stuff a bit.
On. I dig the wig. I think you should put it back on.
Yeah, put the wig on.
And then
I feel like a chia pet when I put this thing on me.
You look like one.
Chia.
Kristen Melinda is cheating. She says back in a moment she has to take a call from her dad. Like that's
there you go. Wig on.
No, listen, we understand that. Tell your dad we said hi. I was just kidding. You know that.
We forgive you.
Oh, Kate Jordan says it's down the hatch, hot as the hinges of hell. Oh my goodness! And you got some support from Bizzle. Can I tell you something, Kate? If you're not like a real serious chili head, I got to tell you that the 6 hot balls, you know, there are 6 balls and the first 2 are hot, the middle 2 are hotter, and the last 2 are really hot. But if you're not a chili head, those first 2 balls are really hot. Like I'm kind of
What peppers did y'all end up? What peppers did y'all use on those, Johnny?
Give me 1 second. I'm going to tell you.
I feel like a shrub.
I don't just have tubes of terror. I have a bunch of these that are expired also. Let me tell you.
Looks
exactly
like a shrub.
I'll tell you from memory. I can't. So we got Carolina Reapers, Ghost Peppers, 7-pot Douglas. Hold on a second. I got
Oh, 7-pots are wicked.
where they really
7
are.
pots, so hot.
All right. So, you know what I thought of? If I was ever going to be a pepper grower, I shouldn't say this because I'm going to give somebody a great idea. But if I was a pepper grower and came up with a wicked hot pepper, you know what I'd call it?
What?
An 8-pot.
And
Tracy's going to get whatever. So here's what's in this. Are you ready? We've got Carolina Reapers, Ghost Peppers, 7-pot Brain Strain, 7-pot Douglas, Trinidad Moruga Scorpion, West Indies Scotch Bonnet, Red Savina. So those are the pepper, the stuff that's heating this stuff up.
well, that's very cool.
Little Bizzle says, wait to eat the 5th and the 6th one. 7-pot was Bizzle's favorite. And let's see. Here's Winchester Super X says, like the wig. Let's see. Let's have it put it to a vote. Who looks better in a wig? We got Silver Surfer right there. Then we got me right here.
Oh, wow.
You rock that, man.
That wig really
you know that wig was
But I got the headbanger thing going for me,
Yeah.
you know.
You do
you
have
didn't
it.
really have
yes.
to bang your head too hard. You got the wicked roll on that. I mean, you just
I know, right?
got a little bit.
No whiplash for me. I get
A little Angus Young going on. Oh, it's funny. So
it
Lisa
didn't
had
used to be this fluffy.
Huh?
It didn't used to be this fluffy, man. It used to be like, you know.
Listen,
I
you
got
gotta
it.
pick it. You gotta pick the thing. You probably get that thing out to here if you picked it.
Well, so me and my
Lisa
wife
said-
are both artists too, right?
I didn't know you were an artist. Well, of
Yeah,
course I do.
yeah. I painted that. Our whole house was like a little museum. There's paintings and stuff all over the place. And one of my friends wanted me to do like a chili challenge while painting, dressed as Bob Ross.
Wow,
That's awesome.
Interesting.
So I went and got the
Wow.
Bob Ross wig. Yeah.
So is that the same? So that's the same one you've had. So that's the one you used in the Bob Ross video.
I never did a. Yeah, I think I might have done a Bob Ross video. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I think I did it in Nukes.
Bob Ross is a stud, dude. I'm sorry, he's a legend.
He is.
Bizzle, Lisa said she has no pain in her eyes, but had a special prescription lens in, and still needed a very light prescription.
Yeah.
You know, the problem is I haven't got a new prescription in probably a decade, and I know I need to. I don't like going to the doctor, any kind of doctor. And the other thing is this: when I put them on, I don't know, they just don't feel right. I'd rather squint. I know it doesn't make sense. It's
Okay,
weird.
wait. I have a question for Lisa. Are
Okay.
they are your prescription glasses for reading?
Okay. Is it for reading or is it from far away stuff? I think she's about to lay some info on us. I can feel it
Is
coming.
she? Okay.
Kelly
Paranormal
says
Paul.
she has a mental image of me doing a Bob Ross video. I'll just paint a happy little cloud over here.
So what would you if she said it was for reading, what were you going to tell her?
yeah, that seems to be the common thing.
Really?
Yeah.
My mother had one eye when she got it done. Her brother
Yeah.
said, "Do you want to see close or do you want to be able to read or see stuff far off?" And she reads a lot, so she said,
Yeah.
"Read." So he only did one eye. And what
Yeah.
happens is your brain sorts it out, and after a
Yeah.
day or two, it
You
figures
get
it
used
out.
to it. Yeah, it's true.
That's weird.
Yeah, and you know what? When you look into their eyes, if someone had both their cataracts done, their eyes look really sparkly and really bright. And I love looking into a patient's eyes when they come in, because they come in and I do tests on these machines. And then I love chatting to them, especially if they're older people. They're so fun.
Because their eyes are bright.
And so
It's like almost like getting a tune-up on your eyes. No, seriously, people can get like their a facelift. Get your eyes done.
Yeah.
Like not the bags. So it literally makes your eyes brighter.
Their eyes look brighter and they're shiny, and I look into their eyes and they smile at me, and I'm like, this is so nice.
That's so cool. You know, it's really interesting. I don't know. I've heard some really amazing stories from my uncle, the surgeon. Some of he operated on the president of Porsche, the car company.
Wow.
This is like 20 years ago, and he said, "What's the damage?" He said, "Forget about it. It's my treat." So he didn't charge him. The next, within a couple of days, this guy, I don't know what his name was, I can't remember, but he sent an entire case of 24 karat gold Porsche sunglasses to their the hospital. They own the hospital. They own it. And they gave a pair to everybody that worked in the hospital.
Wow, that's so
cool,
amazing.
Vision's a big deal, man. Okay, so Kate, she says, my mouth is on fire and I have tears. My sternum is smoking. Is that normal?
Oh,
Yeah, I told her she'd be okay.
Do you mean like smoke billowing on the outside, or are you just burning and smoldering on the inside? Because if it's smoking on the outside, that's,
Yeah.
You
won't actually spontaneously combust, but you might feel like it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Ellie says, I love the mental image of you doing a Bob Ross video. So do I, man.
Yes,
I honestly, God, I really do. And the fact that you paint, I'm all over that.
Yeah.
You got to admit, he's the most soothing guy to listen to.
100%.
Oh, yeah. You can take a nap.
The guy that's as good as him. What's the guy's name that does, was it Robert Stack? He used to do like some true crime.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
Cold case or something. But if I can't sleep, you just listen to that guy's voice. It'll knock
Unsolved mysteries or whatever. I can't remember something like that.
Mysteries. Yep. Okay, so Lacey says, my prescription changes rapidly. I'm also diabetic. My youngest son's prescription.
Yeah, it does happen with diabetics.
So how often, we're turning this into business. Now, Arla, how often should I get my prescription checked?
Check with the optician. He might say every year. He might say every 2 years. The case depends. If you have if you have glaucoma in your family, you might come in every year. Or if you're diabetic. Otherwise, if you're all good, they probably say come every 2 years.
Man, I just think, I hate going to the doctor. 2 years, that seems like a lot. You'd be on a first name basis with the guy.
It's really important, especially if you get older, to get your eyes checked, not just your prescription, but the health of your eyes.
Do you know what I notice it?
What?
At night.
Yeah.
At night. It's not good. If I'm driving around something the sign's right on me, I can read it.
Definitely.
Bizzle says, has anyone seen videos of people?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I've seen it. Yeah. It freaks me out.
From somebody in the business, what do you think about that? Pretty bad idea?
It's a bad idea.
Listen, one of my tattoos, I have a tattoo on my leg, and it's the only tattoo I ever got that got infected. And it was just for a day. I put some Neosporin on it. It was fine.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting an infection in your eyeball from that?
Oh, it's
I
so
promise
bad.
you, somewhere there's somebody that wanted a tattoo in their eye and they're blind because of it. It's a big world. I promise you that happened. I wouldn't mess with that. That scares me. But Lisa says, no more nearsighted and reading distance, which I haven't had since 3rd grade, is wild. I bet it's interesting when you see things that you can't. I remember when I first I didn't even know I needed glasses. Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, you know what happened? I was in church. I was with Tommy and my mom. And Tommy looks over. He's such a smart. He goes, "What's this? What are you doing?" I said, "What am I doing? I'm trying to see." He goes, "You're doing this." He goes, "You need glasses." So I went and got glasses, and we were Barella. Good to see you. I was coming home. I think he was with me from the optometrist. We always are together, but it looked like everything was sharp. Like I take them off, and it looks like the trees are wearing a sweater. You know what I mean? I put them on. All of a sudden, it was weird. But now I haven't had that in a long time. But I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think
That's the way I was when I first. I grew up. I didn't know I had bad eyes. I didn't know I needed glasses. I didn't know. And I remember playing pee-wee baseball, and I never could hit the ball because I never saw the darn thing.
And you didn't know any different.
Yeah, and I didn't know. I knew that trees had leaves, but you know what I mean? You just don't think about it. And I remember my very first pair of glasses, and I remember the car drive home and looking out and seeing the individual leaves and the individual blades of grass and the fine lines. And it was like, wow,
Life's different.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now I'm right back to where I was.
I think I probably need to go again. I just don't want to. Every 2 years, I'd have like 45 pair of old glasses lying around. You know, the other thing that happened that I had last time I got glasses, they had some deal where I can get like a regular pair of glasses. If I pay a little more, I can get a pair of sunglasses. So I have a pair of Ray-Ban, really nice Ray-Ban Wayfarers. And I said, "Can you put these prescription glasses in my Wayfarers?" He goes, "Sure," for sunglasses. So he did. Even though they were the right prescription, it's weird. I can't wear sunglasses that are prescription.
I can't either.
Why? Why is that?
I think it's because of
It's because of the tint.
Yeah, the tint and the curvature of the lens, because the shape has everything to do with it. For example, with my prescription, I'm sorry, I'm still drooling from that tincture. But with my prescription, I can't wear round glasses. I have to have, these. They can't get the prescription right.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, it's interesting. Because I bought them. I spent more money on the Ray-Bans. I was like, I think I wore them twice. I went outside. I was going to some event outside, and I'm wearing them. I'm like, I thought these were prescription. They feel weird. It just doesn't feel right. So I took them off and just squinted the whole day.
Oh, I need to give my wife a shout out since she's watching. I love you, beautiful. Her Shelly name is my sidekick.
I need to say something to Michelle too. I'm sorry for what I've done to your husband, Michelle. He's a sweet guy, and I love him, and I know he's wonderful to you. But and if you get burned, it's probably my fault. And I'm taking one for the team. I apologize, and thank you for letting him play with me. I really appreciate that, Michelle.
She has only herself to blame. She said yes when I proposed. She could have said no. She didn't. Wow. Oh, I would have chased her down. I wasn't going to take no for an answer.
I didn't think you would. You're that guy. Juana says, Bizzle, my eye surgeon forbidden me from eye tattoos. Never even occurred to me. It's crazy. Here's the thing. It's kind of a cool look. If I could get like black eyes just for like Halloween, just to scare the crap out of people for one night a year, I'd probably do that. But I had, you know what I had once? And I don't wear, well, this is before I actually wore glasses. I didn't know I needed glasses yet. And I had a friend who had cat eye. They were cat eye lenses.
Yeah.
And I put them in just because they were cool looking. I don't like contacts, man. And plus, if you're a chili head, contacts are a wretched idea.
I wear contact lenses every day.
Oh, because you put contacts in every day?
Yeah, I have a really high prescription.
Have you burned yourself putting them in?
I mean, I don't think I ever burned my eyes with the chilies, but...
Do you wear them at night when you go to bed, or do you take them out?
I take them out at night.
See, some of them you can wear. Yeah. Like, I have a sister who goes to bed with them and sleeps with them in.
Yeah, there is a specific type of lens which allows in more oxygen. See, that's why she can do that.
I got... once I got contacts, and I went in, and it was weird. everything was fine. I think before I left, she's
Yeah.
like, before you leave, I have to make sure that you can put them in and take them out
That's
before
right.
you leave.
Mhm.
Right? It's part of the deal.
Yeah,
So I said,
that's
okay.
right.
So all I did was put it on my finger and went, put it in, blinked a couple times. There you go. She's good. She didn't have me take them out, which she should have. Anyway,
should
I
have.
left.
Yeah.
Went about my day. That night, I went home and I'm like, okay, I got to take these out. Can I tell you, it took about 40 minutes to get one out, and my eye was so red. It was unbelievable.
Oh, no.
I called my sister. I'm like, honey, I got a problem. She was like, what? I'm like, I got contacts and I can't get them out. She goes, pinch it. I said, honey, I'm trying to pinch it. I'm pulling my eyeball out.
Yeah.
I did it for so long. The next day I went to work. I walked in and my boss goes, I was working at the dating service. She goes, you got pink eye. Get out of here. I said, okay. I turned around and left. I didn't have pink eye, but I wanted the day off. Isn't that terrible?
That's
Bad.
one
I
right
did. I
there,
wanted the day
though.
off. Okay, so
Michelle asked,
Willie asked a question, and I'm going to ask both of you. We'll all answer this. What is your favorite ghost pepper based hot sauce?
Oh,
I don't think I have one.
I
from
don't
yeah,
memory.
I don't have a
lot.
favorite ghost pepper sauce.
You know, the
don't think
last
I've
ghost
never-
pepper sauce I had,
yeah.
Windmill Willie, was Melinda's. Melinda's.
That's the one I've got right there.
Can I tell you something? That's not a bad sauce at all.
Mm-mm.
It
No.
actually tastes like ghost pepper. That my biggest beef with hot sauce is when it'll say ghost pepper, and I get the heat, but I can't taste the pepper. I want to taste the pepper, and just getting the heat isn't enough for me. I want to taste it. You know.
Yeah,
Do you guys ever find that?
for sure.
Yeah, I don't, and for me, peppers they're always bitter or they're always really floral. I can't stand it. If I could find a chili pepper that was sweet, you know what I mean? Then I would probably just be like you, chomping them all the time.
So you don't like bitter and you don't like floral?
I don't know. Not
Well,
at
that's
all.
a problem then, because super hots are like almost always bitter and floral. Here's what's
Yeah.
going to happen to you.
Yeah.
I hope Michelle's still watching. Remember, I
She
said
is.
this. Here's a prediction. I'll bet you money if you keep doing what you're doing. 5 years from now, I'll be talking to you. I'll say, "Hey, like those floral pods now? You're going to change." I hated them so much when I started the channel. Every time I ate a floral pepper, I thought I was going to throw up, and now I love them. I never would have thought that was going to happen.
Yeah,
And-
I don't see it happening.
That's what I used to say. Floral and bitter together. You got to be kidding me. It's like a date with a pepper. That's beautiful. I love that. Really, for real, it's wonderful. Okay, so Brian says, I can't see without my contacts. Slept in with them in a few times, and the next morning my eyes were swollen shut, got infected.
Yeah.
See, I'm so scared
You
of
have
that.
to be
Just do
careful.
this.
Yeah, I tried wearing contacts one time, and they of course they have to be gas permeable, you know, and so I put in the soft contact lenses, and I'm really happy because I don't have to wear these, you know, and I can wear regular sunglasses, and I can look like everybody else. And one time, because I have chronic dry eye, you know, I don't have.
Yeah.
I guess there's 3 layers of moisture to your eyes. There's the water-based layer, oil-based, 2 water-based layers, and an oil-based layer, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I don't have the water-based layer
How
just
come?
because of my, you know, life, work, and all that environment.
Yeah.
And so I was driving down the road, and the lens, the contact was stuck to my eye. And I'm in Pennsylvania driving down Interstate 80 or something, and I'm trying to claw this thing out of my eye.
No,
And
don't do
then,
it.
so I said, that's it for that. But I tried it one more time.
Yeah.
And I was sort of happy about it, but I was now a little scared of it. And I went to the movie theater. I'm sitting there watching the movie. Everything's great. And all of a sudden I can't see the movie screen. And it was because the contact had popped out and I didn't even know it.
You're kidding me.
Nope. So now after that, I just wear glasses because it's a waste of money for me to try contacts.
Let me tell you something. I had a friend. I don't know if they were lying to me, but they said that their contact went behind their eye and it was gone for a while. Have you ever heard of that,
no.
Arwa?
Well, they can't go past the flap, like underneath your eyelid. They can't go past that.
Maybe
Because
they were lying
there's
because they
yeah,
knew it would
no.
freak me out.
It doesn't go to your brain. It doesn't go in some weird place.
What do you have to do? Just flush them out?
Yeah, you can use drops, or you can just go to your opticians and they try to get them out, or yeah.
Nice try. You're not selling me on a Marwa. You're a good saleswoman, but I'm not biting. They scare
Yeah, I'm
me.
not buying either. Yeah.
All right. So Michelle, lovely Michelle, has a great question. Okay. That almost sounds like she's waving the white flag. All right. Okay. I'm going to increase my tolerance. Michelle, you're awesome. How much should I try and what to try? Okay.
Try one of these,
Don't
honey.
try any of those. First of all, don't listen to Tracy, Michelle. Because, see, look at that. He's a face that you can love, but don't do it. This is the best thing. Whatever you eat, enjoy it. If it's too hot, then you know what? There's something. No. See, poor Michelle. Poor Michelle.
Oh no.
I used to be married. Now I know what my wife feels like. So here's what. Find out, like Tracy can help you figure out what your level is, and then just enjoy. The most important thing is just like it. There's so much out there today. If you went back 10 years ago, it's different. There's so much out there today that there is a sauce that you will love that will be the perfect heat, the perfect flavor, and then you can just kind of increase as you go. But you can become a crazy chili head, Michelle, and never really hurt yourself. You don't have to do what your husband does. I'm just saying. What's the worst calf cramps you've ever had, Tracy?
Okay, so you know the Hot Dang show. They had the little hot box thing. You know what I mean? I don't remember the name.
Oh yeah, his bites. Those were great.
Yeah, the hot bites.
I loved
right.
those. Oh.
Yeah, I used to love them. Right, it was an easy, fun challenge for me. It didn't hurt me at all. I could pig out on them, and it made me look good, But I did 4 of those one time without any prep, and I learned 2 valuable lessons. Number one, I don't care how small, how easy you think the challenge is, always prep. Always do some prep. But I did 4 of those, that hurt. It didn't give me the calf cramps so bad. It hurt here. It hurt. It drove me insane, man. I was seriously considering some stuff just to get away from the pain. Was
it pressure or was it heat? Did you feel pressure in your head, or was it just heat?
It was for me personally. And that's not really a hot challenge, but for some reason, those 4 together, those 4 challenges, I guess it was the heat. Maybe the pressure a little bit from laying over the tub and heaving my guts out, Because what I do, so like if I did the UK Chili Queen Chug Challenge, right? The first thing I'm going to do after the challenge, I'm going to prep first, but then I'm going to go try to get rid of as much of it as I can. But you've got the 5-minute afterburn. So it's already had time to get down into your system. So there's really not a lot to get up at that point, right? There's some. But what I'll do is I'll go and lay over the kitchen sink and turn the water on so that it's running on the back of my head as a distraction. That way, if a calf cramp hits, and I have to heave, I'm just like right there. I don't even have to raise my head.
Listen, you learn little bits as you go. The water on the back of your head, do you know why that helps?
I just thought it was a distraction.
Your veins are the closest to your skin, right behind your neck. So that's why they cool basketball players. They put cold there. If you're ever freezing in the hot shower, keep the hot water run there. It'll heat your body up really fast. It's because this blood's closer to your skin. But I'm telling you, man, have you had calf cramps, Arwa?
Yes, 100%.
What caused it?
I think the first time I had the hellfire sauce, and then I got used to it. It wasn't like massive calf cramps. It was just a bit uncomfortable. And then I think the first time I had the calf cramps was when I first ate the bird's eye on its own, and I didn't really prep anything. So,
well, peppers are different. They're so concentrated, and that's one of the problems because people will eat. I've had people tell me this over the years. They'll like, I can eat ghost pepper sauce and I like it. So a friend had a ghost pepper. I thought I can eat the sauce. I can probably eat the pepper. And I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
The difference is dramatic. It's so much more concentrated and intense.
Yeah.
It's a different animal eating full pods. So a bird's eye, I mean, I don't know how hot a bird's eye is. You got, let me just check real quick. I'm curious.
So Arwa, while he's checking, have you ever had an endorphin dump?
Yes, I did. It's from eating peppers. Like bird's eye, and I think I've had Scotch bonnet, but it was years ago. And I was quite young. But yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
I haven't eaten anything hotter yet because it's really hard fun.
Let me tell you
Peppers
something,
in the
Arwa.
UK.
A
Yeah.
bird's eye is between 50 and 100,000 Scoville. That's
Wow.
ridiculous. Do you understand that a jalapeno is only between 2 and 8. So that is like way hotter than a jalapeno.
Makes sense. How I feel when I eat it.
Do you know what? They're really, really big, huge in the Philippines. They don't call them a bird's eye over there. They call them laboyo. Because they grow. It's a pepper that grows really, really well in wet weather. And that's a problem over in the Philippines, obviously. Lisa Trimble says, Johnny, is you really an eyesight freak? Get your eyes checked. I know, I need to. I could always tell if there was a slightest change. If the doctor said I didn't need new glasses, I would. There was a difference. Yeah, I know I should. Listen, we'll have this conversation, Lisa, a lot. You're going to have to push me. I don't like going to the doctor. Here's the deal.
I hate going to the doctor. I hate it. It took me ages to go to the dentist. And I finally did, but stop it.
Dentists are the worst. I'd rather go to see an eye doctor any day than a dentist.
You have no idea how long it took me to go to the dentist.
When I was a kid, I had braces. All right.
Yeah.
And my dad said to me, if you ever come home with a tooth knocked out, I'm going to knock the rest of them out. That's what he said to me, because he spent a lot of money on now you can get braces pretty cheap, but back in the day it was like buying a car. It was ridiculous, and I was scared. You know, I mean, I'm almost 60. I've only had 2 cavities in my life ever.
Oh, you're blessed, man.
I'm blessed. Amazing. I also brush the crap out of them because listen. You know what? Fear is a wicked good motivator. I'm scared of the dentist. I brush my teeth.
Yeah.
I'm scared of getting a ticket. I don't speed. You know, I don't want to go to hell. I believe in God. You know what I mean? Fear is a wicked motivator. Got a couple other things I want to touch. Here we go. Brian says, I've never been a glasses guy. Given my job work. Wow. That's right. You're a tower guy. Yeah. I don't know, man. You know what? I wouldn't do that job unless they gave me a parachute to go up with. Robin Bliss says, my optician helped to diagnose the blood clots in my brain, putting pressure on my optic nerve. Wow. It may have saved me from a stroke. Opticians are awesome. Wow.
Yeah, I can
so
see
glad
that.
You're okay.
I'm so glad you're okay. But yeah, they can see all sorts of things from the blood vessels in your eyes and the retina. It's fascinating.
The eye, if you ever look at an eyeball, like under a microscope, unbelievable. I mean, they really are crazy. How it works. There's a wicked good book. If you guys, for those of you that are believers, it's worth reading. There's a book called Wonderfully and Fearfully Made, talking about how intense and amazing our bodies are, and it couldn't be by accident. It's a pretty cool book if you ever want to read it. See, whatever, Melinda. I see how you are. Got to go, fam. Have a telehealth appointment to get ready for. Much love, everyone. Make sure to hit that like button. Love you, Chris and Melinda. You're awesome. Thank you for being here. Ryan, Spirit Prof, Noah Wright, Eyes Peeled. Some amazing people here. Yadira's here. All right. I think we have a few more starred comments I want to get to. The last one was Lisa.
I see you.
And you know what Lisa's going to do to me if I don't go to the doctor? She's going to give it to me. Wore contacts from age 12 until a few years ago. Dry eyes make it nearly impossible. I wear glasses now, and I get 4-over sunglasses that literally fit over your glasses by design. That's pretty cool, Allison.
Yeah.
That's the route that I would take. You know, I mean, I didn't realize that dry eyes was a thing, but here we are. And Tracy's got them.
It's a thing. Yeah.
So that's true. There are 3 different fluids in your eyes. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's true.
Pretty interesting,
Well, not in my eyes. I only have 2.
right? You know what? My kid's mom, her grandfather has no tear ducts.
Oh
He had
no.
them and had a surgery and had to have them removed.
Yeah.
And now he has to constantly, well, he's
Eye
gone
drops.
now,
Yeah.
but he was constantly putting eye drops. I mean, constantly, every hour he'd be
Yeah.
putting eye drops in. Michelle
Very
says, "Love you
nice.
guys. Thanks for the advice. You're awesome, Michelle."
Thank you,
gotta tell
Michelle.
something, I have so much respect for any partner of a chili head. I really do. I mean, because I know how it is, you know.
Well,
know how it is.
I keep peeking him up. I'm letting you guys know. And there's not, this is, I'm not pushing for solicitation or anything like that, right? I can't be bought, so don't try. But I am searching for the
That's
next
so cool.
recipient of the Silver Surfer Lifetime Achievement Award. So
Yeah, it's
Just-
the coolest thing. I've got one. I mean, it matters to me. I love it. Bizzle's got one. I don't know if he's still here. If he's not, here,
Sheen's got one. I think Sheen got one. I don't remember. Yeah, she got one.
it's a
yeah.
wonderful award.
Yep.
The
thought it
helmet
was-
really makes it, actually. So Dylan says, "What are some good to Marmite snacks for y'all?" I really.
What
dig it
is
on
Marmite?
What is Marmite?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't have a clue what it is.
Are you joking?
No,
Are you kidding? Okay, hold on. Now,
I wouldn't kid
this
you.
is not Marmite. This is Vegemite. You've heard of Vegemite?
Yeah, I've heard it
This-
tastes like tar or something.
No. What Marmite is the UK version of this. Now it's very different. People say it's the same. It's not. It's stringier. It's got a much different consistency, and the taste is wonderful. But what it is, it's
Yeah.
made from yeast. Like, you know, it's made from all the nasty stuff left over when they make beer. But Marmite is the UK version. And what I do is I put it on toast. It's really good. But one of the best things in the world to do with Marmite, and I'm serious, this is so good. I don't know if you've ever done this. I bet you have, Arwa. If you're making spaghetti sauce, just take a teaspoon of Marmite and mix it into the spaghetti sauce, and you won't believe it adds this amazing flavor to it.
Oh, that's
I love it. But
amazing.
here's the thing about it. You know what? Marmite's kind of like Johnny Scoville. You either love it or you hate it. There's not too many people that are on the fence about me. You
We
either
love
dig
Johnny
me a lot
Scoville.
or you don't like me at all. And
We
that's
love him.
Marmite. It really is. Everybody over in the UK eats it all the time, though. Do you eat it a lot, Arwa?
I do eat it a lot, yeah. But you know what you can get? You can get Marmite cashews and Marmite peanuts. You can, 100%.
Analog Adventure says I dig it with mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese is really good with mac and cheese.
So
Yeah.
hold on a minute. Do you mean adding some to just macaroni and cheese? Or do they
Yes,
make?
yeah,
Are you
mix it
telling me
in
they
with
make
with
a
the cheesy
Marmite
sauce.
macaroni and cheese?
No, you add it
Oh.
into the cheesy sauce.
It's
Yeah.
so good, but it has a very unique flavor. I'll bet you if you go to Whole Foods, Tracy, you can get some. And I might have an extra jar. I'll have to look and see if I can find it. If I can, I'll shoot it out to you. Here's the deal.
Oh,
You're
you
either going to
don't-
hate it.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. They probably, we got a Whole Foods, or we also have a World Market. I know
You
they've
probably
got
can
it.
get it at World Market. I'm not joking. It is really, really good. But New Zealand has one called Promite. So New Zealand's is Promite, Vegemite for Australia, and Marmite for the UK. But Marmite is very, very good. Ellie says vegetate is I think she means Vegemite is yucky. Marmite is lush. Lots of vitamin B12 in toast butter with Marmite. If on a night shift, just about 4 a.m. You know what? It really is good on toast, and it is loaded with B12, so it is good for you if you can get past the flavor. It's not something you have to get past with me. I love it, and I loved it since the first time I ever tasted it.
Yeah, but you love pastrami, so I can't. I don't know if I can trust your taste buds, man.
What's funny? I got a comment. Rarely does anybody ever say, "Hey, you based on your review, I went and bought a product and I didn't like it. Your review is not accurate." Once I had a person. It's the funniest thing in the world. It's still there somewhere. It says, I don't know about that surstroming. I went out and got it. I didn't like it at all. Thanks for the review. I'm like, where in that review did I tell you to go out and get it? I was sick the
That's so
entire
funny.
time. I'm almost ready to do it again because it's a funny video to make. But here's the
I
key:
would
there's no
I wouldn't
point.
be able to breathe. I'd be laughing so hard if I were there with y'all doing that.
I
I
don't want
wouldn't
to do
stop
it with
laughing.
me. I want to do it with you. I don't want to do it or Arwa. I want to do it with somebody who's never done it before because that's
would
when
do
it's
it
fun.
for
It's
a
no
good
fun to
cause.
watch me do it.
I'll do it for a
Mm-mm.
good cause, like Harvest No One too.
You would do it?
Yes.
You need to come to America. We need to all go
I'm
to
coming.
Harvest in Erie.
I'm
and
planning
all
on
eat.
coming in March.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What are you going to do here?
I don't know. If, don't know
We're
yet.
planning on it. We just planned our vacation coming up to the Grand Canyon too. We'll be in
Yeah.
Vegas
Really?
and then there, yeah,
That
drive
sounds
up.
amazing.
Do you know I've never been there? I know.
Rent a
Here's the
car,
deal, though.
dude. It's not that
Here's
far
the deal.
away.
It's I was in Utah at I can't remember the name of the park. It was Bryce Canyon. I don't know what it was. Listen, if they had blindfolded me and then took off the blindfold and said this is the Grand Canyon, I'd have believed it. It was huge. So I feel like I already saw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I've
I
driven
should go.
around it and, all this and the other over the years, many times, with a truck, but I've never, when you're a truck driver, you see all these great places and all these interesting things and stuff
Sail right
as
by.
you drive by, but you never get to stop and park and get out and actually explore, so.
Now you instruct people now. How long did you actually drive?
So I've been driving for 33 years and 4 months, I think. Yeah.
You don't
Something like
look
that.
old enough to be driving that long.
Yeah.
You don't. You know what's funny? You'd love to go to the UK. Ask Arwa. This is true. If you drive by the Stonehenge, trucks drive by it all the time. I guarantee they don't even see it. If somebody didn't say, "Hey, listen, Tracy, on your left at about a half mile is that Stonehenge place," you'd
You'd
zip
never
right
know.
by it and not even notice it.
So random.
Cool place to go though. Have you been there, right, Arwa?
Yes, I have.
Is that the kind of thing that like people from the UK go to, or is it just not because it's there? I mean,
Yeah, they go to it sometimes.
because here's
And
the
there
deal.
are all sorts of spiritual people go there a lot for
Well, there's
the
some weird stuff
equinox
there.
and things like
All
that.
those mounds that are around.
The
They don't really,
mounds.
well, you know what I'm talking about? Because here's the thing: if you just watch,
Yeah.
there's the Stonehenge, but then there's these
Yeah.
little mounds everywhere, and I
Yeah.
don't know if it's true. You know what they told us those are for?
What?
Those were burial places for all the people that built it. I don't know if it's true.
I don't know if it's true either.
I don't even think they still know what it's like. What it was. Was it like for like some sort of ceremony, or I mean?
Yeah, I guess apparently they used to use them for ceremonial times.
Because it was made a long time ago. It seemed like it took a lot of work to make
Yeah.
that happen.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
think
I heard
so.
they used them for the winter and summer solstice
Yeah.
to worship.
It's a pretty, listen, if you ever go there, like I'm sure every American that goes to the UK, you have to go to Stonehenge. When Arwa comes here, she's going to go to the Grand Canyon.
I wish. I'd love
You-
to.
Listen, how long are you going to be here?
I think a week, but I'll try to have another week off where I can see.
Do you have anything planned yet?
Not yet. I haven't booked anything yet.
You know what you need to do? You need to talk to Paul and Shahina. Those guys are travelers. They travel. They're crazy though. The last time they were here, I was like, "Hey, we're going to see you tomorrow." No, we're going to Detroit for the night. I said, "You're going where?" Because we're going to Detroit. We want to see it. I'm like, "I can save you the trouble. Don't go to Detroit." They went to Detroit. It's just, it's kind of a scary place. There are parts of Detroit you got to be careful with. And the next day they were like, "Man, that was so much fun. Love Detroit." So they're wonderful at traveling. Those guys are excellent travelers. There is my brother's channel. If you guys would like, please subscribe to him. Mad respect for that young man. Ellie said Stonehenge is not that far from me. It's a pretty cool thing. I mean, I bet they go to classes, like schools, they take field trips there, right? You have to.
Yeah.
And there, that's my brother. Here is Relatable Reese. That's my sister-in-law, you guys. If you could give her a follow, that'd be amazing.
They do make a cute couple, don't they?
They're as funny as they are. You need to see them when there's not a camera rolling. You think about a funny couple, they are hilarious, man. Here's the weirdest thing. I've said this before. She's probably not watching this. I don't think she has a bus pass. So actually, this isn't a bus pass. She might see this.
I wish we could do that. I wish we could single out, you know?
She is a trip. She is one of the funniest people. Like, this is going to sound bad. My brother's always been with good women. He really has. That said, I haven't liked, as bad as that sounds, I haven't liked a girlfriend of his in a really long time. And Reese is the first one. And the funny thing is, when I first met her, I didn't want to give anybody. I don't know. I've watched my brother's heart get broken. So any woman that goes near my brother, I'm like, it's just a matter of time before you break his heart. I didn't really like her at first. And then I got to actually know her and meet her and hung out with her. And I 100% see what he sees in her. I totally can. So she's a trip. By the way, you guys, you can email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com. Look at this. Jimmy Pickles is here, and he says, "Hey, Silver Surfer."
Yeah,
I go. Ellie knows what the mounds are. The mounds, aka barrows, are burial mounds. See, so they were right.
Oh,
but here's the thing, though. The only thing that makes me wonder, Ellie, and I'm going to ask you too, Arwa. Okay. I don't know how many people made it. There must be 100 mounds. There are so many mounds everywhere. As far as you can see, I mean, there's just mounds everywhere. Is there like one person per mound? Because I think a lot of people to build that thing, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know, it's crazy. I want to go back. I haven't been there in a while.
You should come.
That's the cool thing about the UK, though, man. They have so many, like, we have, you know, artifacts, but ours go back to what? You know, we have a couple of dinosaur bones or whatever, and then we have the Native Americans, you know, and all that good stuff. But the UK, England, and all that, man, their stuff goes back to, like, you know, 1100 AD or something. You know, I'm like, wow,
it truly does. It's old. The other thing is, that's where we came from. So it's fascinating to me. I mean, that's where we came from. So the other thing that's weird is, like, the first time I flew into the UK, we're flying to Heathrow, and as the planes make its descent, I look out the window. I'm like, just the architecture. I'm looking down, going, okay, that's not America. I mean, everything is so different there. I really liked it. I had such a good time there. I hope to go back, you know?
Yeah.
I have good friends there.
You should.
Lacey says, my grandmother told me a story of a king and his court being buried there. I never really believed it. Interesting. I don't know. You know, when I was there, it was funny. I said there was guards everywhere to make sure you don't go run up and spray paint or whatever. So there was a guy there. I'm like, look, I came from America. Stupid as it sounds, I eat hot sauce and chilies. I want to do a review here. Can I go up and stand next to the rock? He's like, no, you can't. I said, come on, please let me. He's like, no. So I said, well, at least let me get a picture as if I'm making a break for it. So I got on the other side of the ropes like I was running, and we got a pretty funny picture of it. Brian says, it's been good talking to y'all. Much love. Unfortunately, got to get back to work. Brian, be safe. Please be safe. Brian's the one that's on the top of the towers, man.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, thanks for being here. And Pickle says, why is there a wave button on social media, yet it is easier to wave instead of waving? Man, I've been thinking about that.
Kind of wavy.
This has been on my mind for so long, Jimmy. I don't know. I'm sorry. I really don't. Ellie says, the hair. Ellie says,
wavy,
300. See, I said there was like 100. There are more than 300 mounds in a 2-mile radius, Bronze Age. Unknown if for single or multiple. All of a sudden, she sounds like the authority. I mean, that's pretty cool.
That's really
cool. You know what? It's fascinating stuff. They don't even really know who built it or when it was built, is what they say. I'm not sure.
You can't tell me they hasn't somebody at least tried to excavate at least one of those mounds? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For archaeological research purposes?
I can tell you what, if we were there for an extended time, you and I'd be out there with a shovel in the middle of the night.
I'm going to hold the lights. I'm going to hold the torch.
Or we'd be there with a flashlight. Get over here. Okay, so here we go. Arwa, you remind me of Minnie Mouse with a headband. Intentional?
No.
Oh yeah.
No, it looks great though.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently Lacey is saying that they know where the stone came from. They didn't like import it from China or something. Like, where did they get the stones? And how do you move a stone that big? I think on logs where you roll them. Is that how that was done? You know what people say, right?
Who knows?
Aliens did it. The
Yeah,
aliens did
I
it.
heard that.
It's kind of like
You know what's funny though is you could have a time machine and you could go back and actually witness the pyramids being built or watch these stones being moved for Stonehenge, right? And come back to the current time and tell everybody how they did it. And not a scientist, archaeologist, archaeological, and whatever is gonna believe you.
In fact, it's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
I watched it happen. You don't believe me?
I'm
I'll
telling you,
I'll
they
get
think
into your
it-
ship. I'll get into your time traveling.
would you, if you had a choice and you had
Yeah.
a time machine and you had one trip you could make, you could go in the past or into the future. What would you do?
I'd go back.
Would you?
I would want to go back, but I think some people would say they want to go forward. But I think the
think-
fun thing with the future is you never know what's going to happen.
To me, I think it'd be more of a mind bender if you went into the future. It would be harder
It
to
would
deal
be.
with that. Going to the past is like, hey, it's the past. That's what it's what happened. The future would be a tough one to wrap your dome around.
It would be. Yeah,
My
it's
luck
not
is
like
I'd end up being like that guy in the TV and the movie, the King Arthur's Court, where he goes back in the time machine and he's stuck in
Right.
the medieval ages and they're trying to kill him. That'd be
Right.
my luck.
There've been some amazing movies about time machines. But one I love, Egypt. I don't know. The pyramids are pretty interesting. If you want to do a deep dive,
Yeah.
you get into the pyramids, you'll see some stuff that you just can't really make sense. Like every one of them are on an angle with respect to the stars.
Yeah.
It was done intentionally. You couldn't all the ones around the world are all the same. And that was before we had the instruments to make that possible. They claim.
That's amazing.
Imagine building something, forgetting how you did it because you took lousy records. I mean, it's kind of weird. All right, you guys. Now, my brother is getting ready to do a live stream in a little bit, so we're gonna have to end this.
Oh.
You know what?
Cool.
What?
We should almost do another one.
Yes, yes, I vote. We do.
You guys do me a favor. Email me tonight. We'll figure out a
Yes.
time tomorrow, and we'll take off where we left off. We'll do one more.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
I'm
Arwa,
cool.
you're awesome. You gonna wear a headband? You gonna wear a little thing tomorrow?
I'll wear a different headband.
And I'm gonna have some sauce to review. What are you gonna do, Tracy? You gonna do a different wig for us?
I don't know.
Something
I don't
fun.
know. Yeah.
All right, you
I'll figure
guys,
something
thank
out.
you for watching. We love you. This has been so much fun.
Thank you so much.
This is so much more
I
fun
had
than
so
actually
much
just
fun.
doing a review. It really is.
Yeah, I had a great time. It was nice meeting you, Aura.
Yes, nice to
We're
see
gonna
you
do this
too.
again tomorrow. We'll take off. We'll do part 2 tomorrow. Love you
Cool
guys.
beans.
Arwa, you're awesome. Love you, Tracy. And
All right,
all
brother.
of you that watched and hung out with your questions, thank you. Take care of your eyes. And Ellie, hang in there. Hope you feel better soon. We'll see you guys. We'll see all you guys tomorrow. I'm Johnny Scoville. And that's Arwa and Tracy. This was Tracy.
Oh.